Hey, Craig, let's get into some coffee talk.
Hey, I love it. I love doing some coffee talk.
Well, talk about what?
Dogs, daughters, whatever. It's coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
You love to ring
That's
that
it.
bell, Mr. Jason.
Ring that bell.
Saved
How
by
does
the
this song
Bell.
go? Saved by the Bell. I got one for you today, Mr.
Do
Craig.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have it
All right.
right now.
I think, and this is actually one of the hardest things for me to do, is have clarity.
Uh-huh. I can resonate with that.
Because it seem like there's so many days where it's like when you get ultra clear on things, it's easy to do anything
Uh-huh.
if you're ultra clear on it.
Yeah.
And even deeper than that, I would say a journey without a map leads to nowhere. Clarity is the map.
But GPS
Clarity
without coordinates
gives you-
leads to nowhere. too.
Yep. Yeah, same thing. I know we kind of talked about that before, but it seems like anytime you and I are really productive and stuff, we have a definitive goal and it's like, okay, we need to do this specific thing and it becomes easy to achieve because then there's an easy way to build on it. You just work backwards.
Yeah. Every journey begins with the first step, Mr. Jason,
That's true.
after you've set up the coordinates by working backwards.
Yeah. But I think the hardest part is clarity.
Yeah.
I was just talking to someone earlier today about like basically taking the time every day to have that clarity. It's so easy to get into the daily funk. You wake up, day starts happening, especially with me, man, with 4 kids. Like, dude, the beginning of the day is William screaming. So I wake up to
Every
screaming
day?
every single day.
What's with the
About
screaming?
5:30 a.m. Dad, dad, dad. Like that fast too. The cadence is like, dad, dad,
No
dad.
commas.
But here's the thing. I got so much that my brain starts going so I can lay there and just, keep doing that.
I know. I'm on the phone
Once
with
my
you.
brain starts going, it's like I might as well get up.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
do you wake up before that happens?
No. Well, that's my alarm
That's
clock.
your alarm clock. William. Dad with no commas.
Unless he sleeps into like 6 and then I'll probably get up early. I'll probably wake up right around 5:50 or something.
Yeah. I've talked with you when you were camping and you're up before everybody and you're like, okay, they're not awake yet. And then I'm whispering. I don't know why people whisper on the other side of the phone.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
matching and mirroring.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
But
clarity.
yeah, clarity is the key.
So what are some ways you
And-
can get clear?
I think one of the things is whatever goals you have, set definitive dates that you want to have benchmarks. So if you need a certain sales for the week, have days that you know that you need a certain amount of quotes, a certain amount of whatever, right? And making sure that everybody else in your agency is clear with their tasks.
Yeah.
Because if everybody's clear, starting from the overarching goal of the agency, the values of the agency, the every little detail, if there's clarity on that, then everybody knows what to do and it will run smoother. A lot of times, and we talked about this before earlier today with the hiring, the reason why it takes some agents so long with the hiring is because or so long for them to get up to speed in an agency. It takes 3 months. It takes 6 months. It takes 2 months. And it's like, no way, because they don't have clarity. They come in, they shadow someone, and it's like, they're not really, because they don't know enough. They kind of just sit around and kind of watch people, learn a little bit here and there. There's no benchmarks. There's no clarity to know exactly what I'm doing each day and exactly where I should be next week and where I should be the week after, what milestones I need to hit by exact dates. If you do that, you can have somebody up and running in 2 to 3 weeks like we talked about.
Right. Well,
but they have to have the clarity. So
they
you
don't
have
even
to
have the clarity going into it though, right? They don't have the clarity on how to hire, whether or not they should outsource that, but also let's pretend you're going to do it. They don't have clarity around what it takes to get that one candidate in the door. I don't think they have clarity. I know for me, mine and your personal experience or business experience has been that originally you'd look for somebody who's licensed and with your carrier prior so that you don't have to do that training, which is the opposite. And so that's like not good clarity. But look at how small you've just made your pool to fish from. And then that's not a good pool of the ones that are available, because why aren't they available? We can all agree that that's a good producer. It has an actual number value. Like they're worth a lot, right? Like your butcher, 60,000 a month. What does that produce revenue wise, right? That's 60K a year of revenue coming in. That if you only fished for people's old junk producers, you'd have turnover. So instead of creating 60 grand of revenue, I might have done the numbers wrong there. I think that was about right. No, 144,000 of revenue. If you do 20%, right? 60K, 20% is 12. 12K times 12, 144. So that's 144,000 of revenue that guy generates, right? If you didn't fish in the whole system, the whole hiring pool, then he's not even available. You wouldn't even look at him. And who do you replace him with? Somebody who's going to last 2 months and turn over and wash out because they didn't last anywhere else. So instead of creating 144,000 of revenue to your bottom line, you're costing yourself money.
100%.
They don't know that pipeline, right? You got to set up 60 interviews to get 20 to show up to get one.
And see, when you break it down like that, it does become very clear. If we know it takes 60 applicants to book 20 interviews, or you have to book 60 people on an interview to have 20 people show up to find the one. Now, these are metrics now I can work with because now I have the clarity to know what to do to make that happen. Just like when you hire someone, they need to have the clarity of know what to do so that they can be successful for you.
Yeah.
Anytime
how many resumes do you need to get 60 interviews?
Yeah, from what I've heard lately, it's crazy to get people to show up.
Precisely the reason to outsource.
You got to outsource. That's right.
That's a full-time job.
Or if you don't, you have to build it into your agency. The bottom line is this. It's just like the sales process. It's just like internet leads or anything else. It's a lot, right? No matter what, to have a successful process that you can scale or anything, it's a lot.
Right.
Don't think it's not. If you're doing the 1 quote a day, 2 quotes a day or something like that, your fixed costs are set. They're already high enough. You're never going to get to where you want to go. All you're doing is wishing and hoping. You got to have a process and you got to know your numbers and you got to be able to work there. You have to have clarity. Take the time at the end of the day to assess your day. Was the agency successful? What did we do numbers wise? How many quotes did we do? How many sales did we do? How many this? How many that? How many hours did we spend on this? What exactly was said? Like, just take the time to get the clarity. Now, if you know all those numbers, now you have the data set to be able to say, hey, we're on course here or we're not. And we got to make some moves to make sure that we're on course.
Yeah.
So clarity is king. I mean, clarity is the difference between success and failure.
Yeah.
Because there is no failure. There is no failure. There's just roadblocks. Yeah. It just might take longer at different things.
Yeah.
That's it.
Solving those problems. Like that last coffee talk.
Coffee talk. Well, I think that's it, Mr. Craig.
Yeah, it is. It is it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I think, clarity.
Okay, bye.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Mr. Craig.
That was another awesome episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if people want to get a little bit more action and learn how to write 100,000 in premium, off of even the worst internet leads, where could they go?
They can go to live.teledudes.com.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Are we going to be there?
Yes. It's a weekly call that we're doing right now it's live, and it will show you the process. The entire process is super awesome.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sign up right now, live.teledudes.com.
live.teledudes.com. That's live.teledudes.com.
Hey, Craig, there's a new community that we are starting that I cannot wait to tell everybody about. It is our live texting community where you and I are going to answer people's questions and give them free content, right?
Are you kidding me? We get to talk to them?
Yeah, which is awesome, but they have to opt in. They have to text us at 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
Nice.
Craig, are you going to respond to these texts?
I'm going to respond to them for sure. Live.
I'm into it too. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be our new texting community where we're going to get back to everybody that we can and drop some crazy content, free content, and free the calculator that you just came up with. That's right. The calling calculator, sales material. I mean, everything for insurance agents. This is it. It's the best texting community out there for insurance agents.
Well, what the heck is that number again? I can't remember it.
It's 520-214-2219. That's
Okay.
520-214-2219.
I love it. I'm going to text it right now.
520-214-2219.
All right. I'll see you later, Mr. Jason.
Bye, Mr. Craig.
Wait, do they even listen to this on the radio anymore?
I love it.
Nice.
All right.